And cacio e pepe, which is basically pepper and cheese pasta, is really one of those dishes that the pepper comes out. The pepper becomes the hero of the dish. So I've got a pot of water on. I need a lot of salt in there. Always talk about when you're cooking pasta, season your water. The water should taste of the ocean. Spaghetti. And if you're making a cacio e pepe, spaghetti is probably the hardest pasta to make it with. So if you're making it for the first time, you can go for a short pasta. I'm only going to make enough for one serve. So I only need enough pasta for one serve. Now the reason why the pasta and the pasta water is so important is because all this dish is cheese, a little bit of oil, a little bit of garlic, and the pepper. So we'll get started on that part of the dish. My garlic, 1 clove of garlic, thinly diced. Thinly diced, thinly sliced is what I meant to say. Into our pan. On a really gentle heat, almost going to confit this garlic with some oil. And you can tell that Charlie is in the kitchen today because we've got a little grape stuck on top of our oil. Thank you, Charlie. All right, very, very slowly am I going to saute that garlic off. Now, this pasta, according to our packet instructions, takes about 11 minutes to cook. Always go slightly under the packet instructions, so about 10 minutes to cook. So this is all going to happen in 10 minutes because I want to take my cooked pasta straight from my pot into my pan. Turn that right down just so I'm gently cooking that garlic. And then I'll get my pepperberry ready. I want a good amount of pepperberry. This dish is about pepperberry. Run the knife through it. So these aren't like normal peppercorns. They're called pepperberry because they are little berries, but then they're dried. And I know you can't smell it, but it's a sweet, fruity, peppery flavor. It's really, really, really nice. It's almost a cross between Szechuan and normal black pepper. Right. And then I want to get my cheese ready. The finer I can grate my cheese, the more chance I've got of this dish working. So I've got a microplane. Microplane a good amount of cheese onto my board so I can add it straight away. And then I'll add the rest of it as I need to. You want to use a hard, sharp cheese like Parmesan or Pecorino or something like that. Now, apart from the heat that comes straight from the boiling water, there isn't much other heat added now. So I can turn that off. My garlic is cooked through. Everything now comes together in this little fry pan once we get our pasta cooked. So once this is cooked, once I'm happy with it, I'm going to take the pasta into the pan with a lot of the pasta water, and the cheese and the pepper will all go in. And then I'm going to mix it all together. The cheese will melt, it'll mix with the starch that's coming over from the water, and that will bond and bind everything up. So you don't end up with just lumps of melted cheese, water, oil, and pepper all sitting on their own. We're going to try and make a sauce around this pasta using the emulsifying action of the starch, or the binding action of the starch that's in that pasta water. All right, so you have to really be careful of the amount of cheese that you add, making sure you take enough pasta water in. If it starts to split, add a little bit more pasta water and really shake it. And that hopefully will save you. So I've got enough for sort of it's one serve here. Bring over, in my bowl. A little bit more cheese and pepper on top. And that really is a dish that showcases the quality of the pepper. Seeing as though there is only those ingredients in the dish, you really do get an understanding of how good and how sweet and fruity that pepper is. And I think when you're working with native ingredients, you do want to showcase the native ingredients. So you want it to taste of pepperberry. If you're using quandong, you want to make sure it tastes of quandong, and so on. So with this dish, if you are new to pepperberry, this is a great one to try to get a real understanding of what pepperberry tastes like. Like I said before, the fruitiness, the heat from the pepper has that Szechuan kind of heat, but it has a fruitiness that you don't get from any other peppercorn. So give it a try, get your hands on some pepperberry. Then you start using pepperberry in lots of different ways, in lots of different dishes. But this is the perfect place to start.